How we doing, everyone? So, what's going on is I've been working on this ATV for a little while now, and this is the original rectifier regulator for the stator that mounts underneath the engine. And I've been trying to run the ATV. It runs fine and everything, but it's not charging the battery. I know this because I went to after riding it for a while. I went to go ride it again, and the battery was dead. So I'm like, well, maybe I got to draw on the battery that's killing the battery. Yes and no. The draw is the battery is running the ATV when I'm riding it, but the stator is not charging it. So I have a draw, but I don't have a charging on it. So what I got to do is I got to hook this back up. The reason this is like this is this piece right here. I had to cut this off to use the plug on the new regulator. So this regulator doesn't have one anymore. So I have this old battery charging plug I'm going to use. Maybe make it a little bit smaller. So this plug will be right here now. So what I got to do is I got to solder it on. Then put this on the ATV side, one going to the battery and one going to the rest of the unit. Okay, so this one I'm going to solder straight to this. Okay, so you guys are going to help me figure that out right now. So I use the Dremel, solder, if I can get it open. There we go. So it comes with these little soldering kits for, I bought this several years ago. It fits right there. But this, it's gas powered. So you got your minus and you got where you need to light it. And it has a lock to keep it on. Nice little device. We'll get this fired up. I think it's lit now. Let that sit right here for a little bit. Let it warm up. When you're doing that, you gotta make sure the heat port's not facing down, or you're gonna burn your table. Which the reason I'm saying it because I've done it. Okay. Now we'll take these wire strippers, cut it down to the gauge. 16-aught. Cut that down. Get your wire exposed. Twist it a little bit. So red to red, black to green. Red is going to stay the red because that's hot. The black and green will stay. So I'll do this black to green on this side as well. That'll go to the green side and that'll go to the red side. We're keeping one side at least consistent with it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to twist it on. I don't know if you can see it. We're going to kind of twist it a little bit. Hang on. Put this down. Yeah. There we go. Twist that down. So, twist that again. Twist that again. We'll kind of twist it around itself. Kind of like a knot, but more like a kind of like a twist tie. I don't know if you can see that. Okay. About right there, I think. I think that'll work. Come over a little bit. So that's getting pretty hot. So wait on that. Now, one thing about soldering pieces, when I'm trying to fix this voltage regulator, well, I'm not trying to fix it, I'm trying to use it again. When you lose a little flux, that might be too much, but that's all right. Get the flux in there. What that does is it allows the fluid to flow in the wire. It allows the fluid viscosity type, I guess, for the solder to go right into the wire. If you don't use the flux, the solder won't go all the way inside the wire. It'll only stay on the outside. So the flux helps it flow in the wire more. Okay. So I don't know if it's hot yet. Let's find out. Yeah, it's lit. Yeah, it's getting there. Okay, we're not quite there yet. Getting pretty close. Okay. So we're gonna build the tip of the solder. Oh, there it goes. We're gonna right on the tip of the solder have a little liquid patch. So when we go to lay it down, it's hot. It flows right in. Now, might put a little bit too much on there, but that's all right. So we're gonna use the solderer, to heat up the wires a little bit. And we'll put this back on it. It cools when you go to touch things. There we go. There we go. Now that's pretty. A little too much. So normally you have something to wipe it off on, so you can, because that's really thick on there. At least we know that's not going to come off. Yeah, it's all right. Okay, now we'll leave that on. We'll come over here and do this other side. Now that's going to be hot, so be careful not to touch it. So here, twist this again so we have got something to spin. Spin that. Okay. I'll just go here. Kind of, that's still hot. Wow. Okay. So not a full spin, but that's all right. So now we're gonna put some flux on it. Oh, it's maybe too much. Do a little bit of flux on it. I don't have a rag. That's all right. Okay. So now, with the solder, I'm gonna put a little onto the, a little bit. A little bit more. I think that's pretty good. So we'll go ahead and shut that off. Put that to the side. Now we got that soldered on. It's not the prettiest solder job, but it will get the job done for sure. Okay. Now we'll go on to do the ATV next.